Anyways, okay, so with school, so when I turned 18, I graduated high school at 17 in 2012, and then like 5-6 months later I turned 18, and I went to college for about 2 years. I was 12 credits off of my associates in a criminal justice major, and in the middle of my last semester before I would have graduated with my associates anyway, I decided to drop out. I was like dealing with a lot of like mental health issues. I was like really depressed. That was like the first time I tried to like OD. And so like at the time my mom lived in New Jersey and I was living with my mom going to college. And then so I dropped out and I moved down to Tennessee to move in with my dad. And then for a while there, I just I kind of like was like figuring out what I wanted to do. I ended up going pro. Like right when I moved down to Tennessee, I was whatchamacallit, that was like just around the time I was getting on a Team Liquid with his associates, like a 3. So associates is 2 and bachelors is 4. But so then that's like right around the time I was like getting on the Team Liquid with Ninja, and then like I kind of just like full-time focused on Halo for the next like 4.5 years, like from like from the beginning of 2015 until the end of 2019, I was just focusing on gaming, nothing else. And then at the end of 2019, like November-ish, I decided to take out a loan and go to a medical assisting program in this like a trade school nearby me. And then I did that for a year and I graduated. I still haven't taken my certification, so I'm a graduate, but I'm not certified. And I've just been putting that off. I really need to do that, but so I'm a graduated medical assistant, but I'm not certified yet. So I did that. So yeah, that's what I did with school. Who could blame you though? The money and something you enjoy doing, that's awesome. I wish I had taken it more serious. Yeah, I'm hoping, you know, when Halo Infinite comes out, I'm just gonna go full time, kind of like I was from 2015 to 2019. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just go hard in the paint and just fucking do my passion and grind hard. I found you from Renegades with Ninja. How did you get there? Are you talking about where like, how did I get where? Like to go pro, you mean, or like somewhere else? I don't know. That could be applied in a couple of different situations. To go pro. So I started competing when I was 18 in Halo 4. Obviously, Halo 4 was fucking dog shit and the scene was dead, but I started competing in Halo 4. And then Halo 2 Anniversary came out and I teamed with the same kids I did on Halo 4, and we got like top 16. And then I got picked up by Elevate and we placed top 8. And then, so like, that's kind of like how I first went pro. But I kind of just like Halo 4 kind of helped me get my name out there. And then I got picked up on a pro team for the beginning of Halo 2 Anniversary. And then I just pretty much placed pro from then on. After the first season of Elevate, I left that team and I ended up getting like top 12 with my next team. And then after that after that event, I started teaming with Ninja, and then from there my pro career kind of like took off. Basically, you got to find a team, get your name out there, because to get better, you got to be brought in. Pretty much, it's kind of like stepping stones, bro. I don't like to like put it that way, but like unfortunately, like lower tier players are your stepping stones. Like you gotta team with people, and you gotta outperform your like at the lowest level. I'm talking about at the lowest, not at a pro level. But at like a low level, like when you're just entering in, like you want to get your name out there by like playing well against other teams and like outperforming your teammates. Because like some people, they're just never going to climb that ladder. And that's just the unfortunate, like, that's the unfortunate matter of fact, is like some players, they're plateaued at like the lowest level of competitive Halo. And like you have to team with those types of people and like stepping stone up. And like, it kind of sounds rude, but it's just kind of like being blunt. Like you just have to team with lower level people and then eventually just work your way up. You think it's possible for someone in their 30s to compete in Halo, like has played all the Halos, just not competitively? I mean, I don't really think age matters, man. I mean, Snipedown's like almost 30 and he's fucking on TSM for Apex. You know what I mean? I really don't think age matters. I think age might matter once you start getting like late 30s. I feel like by that time you're like maybe your reaction time starts slowing down. But I mean, if you have the brain to play, then your brain is going to outweigh your skill. Like obviously you still need to be skilled, but if you have an intelligent brain and can understand competitive Halo at a top level, like you will be useful. Has to be a pro scene to get your name out there. Halo just doesn't have that right now. Yeah, pretty much. What's your goal for Infinite? You're going to get another trophy and then what? I mean, my goal for Infinite is to just raise trophies as much as possible. I'm going to grind, and I'm going to grind smarter than I did in Halo 5. Halo 5, I grinded hard, but I could have grinded smarter. I'm going to grind just as hard, but I'm going to grind smarter too. I'm going to grind different. Eco's almost like 40 and won a Valorant tournament. Age doesn't matter. Yeah, pretty much. What did you do differently to Stepstone though? I mean, I guess I kind of got lucky in a way because I went to a local in Halo 4, right? Like obviously Halo 4 was a dead game, but like people still showed up to AGL tournaments. So like if you showed up to an AGL and got your name out there, people knew who you were. It's kind of hard to do that right now because Halo 5 is dead and it's online only. There's no LANs. So, but like the team, I went to a local with literally one of my first teammates was a buddy from high school, and the two other people we met online and we played with at an NJ Halo tournament. And then we went to an AGL and got top 8, and we were nobodies. Nobody knew who we were. Like top 8 now is considered pro. Like you couldn't really, like Halo 4, there wasn't really like a pro scene, but getting top 8 as all AMs on LAN, like I kind of like broke out that way because at that point, like people knew who we all were. So I kind of got to skip a lot of the stepping stones by doing that. If you're skilled, Twitch can be a good stepping stone to get your name out there as well. Yeah, with streaming now, like people have an opportunity to view your gameplay too, so that's like pretty fucking huge. So should I go to locals to start regardless? I mean, yeah, when COVID's not a thing, and if you have the opportunity to go to locals, it's definitely good to go to locals just to meet people and network. That's another thing, like stepping stones and networking. Networking's a big thing, like making sure people know who you are. All my Halo friends keep telling me to compete. Some of my family bash me and say it's a waste of time. I just want to get them out of my life. Man, if it's your passion, it's your passion. Fuck anybody who like downplays your passion. I mean, don't get me wrong, like my dad is like a huge fan of mine, right? But like my dad growing up in high school like did not support me playing Halo. Like it takes like, you just got to do what you want to do, and if they decide to have a change of heart, then that's awesome. But if not, then just fuck it, do you, man. It's your life, not theirs. Did you place well your very first LAN? I remember Walshy saying it's usually a wake-up call for everyone. So I guess my first 4v4 tournament was the Halo 4 Open, which was like MLG Dallas 2012. We got like top 32. And then after that, I placed like top 8. But that was like Halo 4. So like Halo 4 was like a weird time period because you get a big house, cars, and a family, but you don't want that. You lived your whole life unhappy. I don't know. Well, I mean, exactly, man. I'd rather have a small house. I'd rather have a roof over my head, decent internet, and food in my stomach than get like all the fucking fancy shit. As long as I get to do what I enjoy, man. Money can, like, people say money doesn't make you happy, and I kind of got to disagree. Like, money can make you happy, but like an abundance of money and like shit like that, like, isn't gonna make you feel better. As long as you have enough to live, like, you're good, in my
enemy team.
I don't know, man. I'm definitely in like a weird time period right now because like I went from making a fuck ton of money, like a lot of money in Halo, and like living very like well. Like I would have thousands of dollars to just do what I needed or like wanted or needed at any time. Like when my dad bought his new house and like they were kind of like low on money, like I paid for all their appliances. I dropped like $5 grand. It was like nothing. I was like, here, have new appliances. happy new house. Like, you know, I was able to do shit like that. Like right now, I can't do that at all, man. I'm back to just being another broke, normal dude. And that's mostly because I made terrible financial decisions with a lot of different people and like aspects of my life. But you know, when Infinite comes out and I'm making good money again, I'm gonna be a lot smarter with my investments and whatnot. I'm hoping I can upgrade my internet at some point. 50 down isn't cutting it. Yeah, if you have 50 down, your upload's not very good. Honestly, for gaming, you want like a really high upload if possible. Download's nice, but like upload's really good. And ping. I've heard 100 to 200K. Is that true? I mean, definitely like some of the top pros were making a butt ton of money. I was making just like good, solid money. Like I was making like 60 plus a year at least. The only financial investment Spartan needs is a trophy case for Infinite, bro. Let's go. Let's go. I like the sound of that. I think if I was wanking, it would look a lot more aggressive. Do you claw 100% of the time or a couple buttons? I claw all the time. I shoot with my middle finger. I shoot with my middle finger and then I keep my index finger on the bumper and claw to each button that I need. Welcome to the knee bounce club. I've always knee bounced. ADHD OP. Money helps, but it's not everything, not by a long shot. Played semi-pro football for a long time, got money. It's not about that at all. Like you said, though, it's about the passion. All I want to do is compete. It's about doing what I love to do, and that's play Halo, period. People think I'm crazy. Nah, man, just fucking do what you want. When Halo Infinite comes out, put some fucking time into it. Have fun with it. So if you claw, you use the finger beside pinky. I kind of half claw and use middle finger to shoot. No, I mean, clawing is like... I mean, there's people that claw and shoot with their ring finger, but I don't shoot with my ring finger. I shoot with my middle finger. I have my middle finger on the trigger, and then I have my index on the bumper, and then I move my finger to the buttons. Yes, this is what I do. Like if I go to thrust, I go like that. If I go to reload, I go like that. If I go to switch weapons, I go like that. If I go to sprint, I can never do that. My hand is too small. Get a smaller controller. Nah, it's actually kind of bad for your hands. Probably better to just learn how to use paddles.
Leave me with my dogs from the pound. The ones I know that got me when some shit is going down. Dave is always close to where we stash the room.